Now, we've received another late-night devastating news from Kisii that the governor of Kisii, Simba Arati, has recruited more goons to stone and disrupt the Linda Mwananchi movement rally that is scheduled to happen on Friday, 3rd July in Kisii and some parts of Nyamira County. Is something that has been said by the Senator Kisii, Richard Onyonka, who was convened that he has an intel that the governor of Kisii, Simba Arati, has already recruited more of his border goons so that they can disrupt by stoning the Linda Mwananchi Brigade as it arrives in Kisii. Edwin Sifuna, who is the leader of the Linda Mwananchi movement, had organized the rally in Kisii, and they've been hyping it so much that the mobilization equally has been made, and it will be great as it was observed. However, now Simba Arati, who feels that he's being choked by what Sifuna did last time during the burial of Mama Teresa, the mother of the Kisii Senator Richard Onyonka, he has now planned on how to counter the rally because he knows that the Linda Mwananchi team, they are going to decampaign him. Watch what Richard Onyonka said.
Oh no, Kisii is being known as a place ese chiguni chigotara. Meeting togo tuara togo chabona wano Linda Mwananchi nero togo chana Sifuna. Wano mumura apangete. Na abantu bechi biyakoli abana baito. Ngaba ichibesa bachi kusari mukutana. But you know what is very interesting? Abana babaito bakogenda ichipigina bagaka bali bakwenda ichibimbali baliri. Most of them bagototebya chibesa kirachina chibago chikoikera ni cyabo. Bagenda batige chipigbi nyomba bache no kogoro balari ya Sifuna bayirene gasi bachikuichibesa chinde Simba wa promise. Nga ichibesa chikorwo ko bagera abantu, but you see politics ya UDA na berego.
Now, that is a statement Richard Onyonka said in an interview with a local media station, warning that the border riders, others have convened with him, saying that they've been paid some money, and equally they were promised that after they disrupt the event, they could meet and they will be cleared the other balance. It is a bad precedent that is being set, especially in Kisii, where goonism is the talk of the day. We saw when the alternative government that was being hosted by the former cabinet secretary, Fred Okengo Matiang'i, arrived in Kisii, there were chaos. Goons that are allied to Simba Arati were all over the town, causing mayhem, making people to shut down their businesses, to close down their businesses, and also to intimidate people who are wearing t-shirts, the Jubilee t-shirts. However, the people of Kisii retaliated and they beat up those goons. Others were chased away, and the rally of the alternative government had to go on as planned. And I'm very sure the same thing is being planned now that Richard Onyonka has convened with us, and also has written in his social media accounts saying that Simba Arati is planning to do the same. And the feud between Simba Arati and Edwin Sifuna started the moment when Edwin Sifuna was ousted from the party as the Secretary General. And this is the time when Edwin Sifuna realized that Simba Arati was not his friend, as they used to be close. And this was confirmed. Edwin Sifuna himself said it in Mosocho in Kisii during the burial service of the mother to the Senator Kisii, Richard Onyonka. Sifuna said that he has had many friends, including Simba Arati in the past. They've done so many things together, including looking for votes for Raila Odinga, sharing some of the decisions, and also helping one another. And for the longest time, Sifuna knew that Simba Arati was his closest friend until the time he was ousted as the Secretary General from ODM. That is the moment he knew that even Simba Arati could not defend him at the Central Committee, where he was first ousted before being reinstated by the courts. So in Kisii, he said that and equally said he thought Simba Arati was a Simba, a name that is being derived from the lion in Swahili. So he said that he thought that Simba is a real lion, only to find out that it was just a cat that is rained on. It was a very heavy statement that he made. And finally, he even told the people of Gusii, or rather of Kisii, that Simba Arati must go, and publicly announced his support for Richard Onyonka for the governor Kisii County. However, that did not go unanswered. Edwin Simba Arati replied at some point saying that Edwin Sifuna is so proud and feels like he's now the Raila, yet the people they addressed in that morning, or rather in that funeral service, where the people were hired and also ferried to that funeral service to heckle on the people who would go against Fred Okengo Matiang'i. So from that point, the division and the rift between Sifuna and Simba Arati increased to an extent. Right now, things are looking so bad. In what was seen as a rally that would bring people together, the opposition team together, it is now all tensions, and people might also close down business in Kisii Town, Central Business District, following the rally that is planned to be on 3rd, because already the Goons have been deployed and they will start their job early in the morning. However, some other leaders like the Kitutu Church South Member of Parliament Anthony Kibagendi has equally issued a warning to all those who might attempt to disrupt that rally, saying that they will be dealt with badly if they don't quit their conspiracy to disrupt that event. And you realize that the work of goonism, or rather let me say that the strategy of goonism has been rampant close maybe in the recent few months, and it was brought by the Ruto regime, because when they realized that things are not working for them and the people of Kenya, they don't want to listen to anything William Ruto says, and that the people of Kenya have sworn not to elect him back come 2027. So they resorted to use two things. Number one, the money factor. They want to use a lot of money to make sure they have changed the people's hearts into voting for William Ruto come 2027. And the second one is the use of goonism. You've seen that one happening in many instances, and Simba Arati has equally embraced the idea of goonism, knowing that the ground is so slippery for him, because it's in two-term narrative, and the people in Gusii region, they are singing Fred Matiang'i, and they are in opposition. And actually, there is something that is happening in Kisii right now, not only in Kisii, but the larger Gusii region, that the people are swearing not to vote anyone who is against Fred Matiang'i, because right now they feel that Fred Matiang'i is their king maker, is their kingpin, and therefore they don't want anyone who is going against him, saying that they are going against the wish of the tribe. So for Simba Arati to be re-elected equally come 2027, it will be a hill unless everything changes. But if the political space as at now and the atmosphere, if it goes on to 2027, that means things are gonna change, and the Simba Arati may not be re-elected come the next general election. I don't know what you think about Simba Arati hiring goons to beat up Edwin Sifuna and his people in his Gusii tour. Write your comment down there in the comment section. Let us talk, let us discuss. Perhaps it can form a basis of whatever we're gonna talk about in the next video. So if you're new here, consider subscribing, like and sharing our content. Hit the notification bell so that you can be receiving notifications each and every time we bring you a new content.